Hey guys, it's Issy the Medic. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I didn't get into undergrad and some mistakes I made when I was applying. I applied to Leeds, Oxford, Imperial, and I think Birmingham, but I can't remember because it was 5 years ago. And anyway, I got 4 rejections. I didn't get any interviews, and one of the reasons was because I didn't do my research. So I did not score highly in the UCAT or the BMAT, but I didn't know that these unis wouldn't take my scores. I kind of just did the exams and was like, okay, I've done the exams now, and then just put an application in. I didn't actually apply tactically and look at unis that would take the scores I'd had. So yeah, my advice is make sure you do your research into the scores that they take and things like that, so that you don't waste your application. Like, there's no point applying to a uni when they're not going to take your BMAT score or UCAT score. So that's my word of advice for you. The second mistake I made was not reflecting on my work experience. So whilst in college, I volunteered at a care home, and I also was tutoring a primary school pupil at the time. The thing is, I kind of didn't draw from these experiences, and I kind of just went there without actually sort of reflecting on it. I kind of didn't remember what I did. So then when it came to write my personal statement, I struggled to pull from it and relate it to why I wanted to do medicine. And I feel like this affected the way I wrote my personal statement. So my advice to you is make sure that when you are going on your work experience or when you are doing things, even if you don't want to know if you're applying to medicine, just write a little journal, document it, because you never know when you're going to need it. So yeah, make sure you reflect on your work experiences, take a journal, and make sure that when you are doing your personal statement, you're really drawing from this and showing what you've learned from your experience. Don't just go to your experiences and just do it. Make sure you're learning from it as well. And I think the best way to do this is writing things down and reflecting. That's my second piece of advice. One mistake I made was not preparing properly for the exams. I didn't do my research around what the exams were about, the process and things like that. So when I was preparing for the exams, I did not know what I was doing, and I didn't spend enough time. So I did not set myself up from the beginning of the application process to do well. I think this is something that's really important. Make sure you research the entrance exams and you know what entrance exams the unis are doing. The UCAT is something I struggled with. I did it 2 more times at graduate level before I got into Warwick University to do graduate medicine. I've actually done a UCAT video about that, which should be somewhere here in the suggestion box, so please have a look if you haven't already. But yeah, I just wanted to say that it's really important that you set yourself up well for the exams. So no matter what score you get, you know that you did your best. You don't want to be in a position where you're looking at a score and thinking, I could have done better. So yeah, that's my advice to you. Make sure you have prepared well for your entrance exams. Another thing that affected my application was the fact that my personal statement wasn't strong enough. First of all, I didn't really research what the unis were looking for in my personal statements. I think that would have really changed the way I looked at my personal statement when I was writing it. It meant I would have been more critical of what I was writing my personal statement. Also, I did not talk about my work experience properly. I kind of said, okay, yeah, I went to a care home every week and things like that, but I didn't sort of reflect on what I learned from it. What does it mean? Why would that make me a good doctor? What skills and qualities did I get from it? What did I learn from my experience? Okay, fair enough, you have an experience and you put it in your personal statement, but you really need to reflect on it. You need to make sure that they know what you've done, they know what you've learned. If you think about it, right, the personal statement is the first step for them getting to know you. They've not seen you before. They have your predicted grades, they have your grades, they have your UCAT scores. So okay, they're okay, I have all these numbers, but I want to know more about you. What is it about you that stands out? What have you learned? What do you know about being a doctor? So make sure that comes across in your personal statement. It's really, really important that you make it as strong as possible. Also with the work experience, don't worry about not having enough. It's more about knowing what you've learned. It's more about drawing from your experiences. If you don't have a lot of work experience, you need to learn how to draw from your experience. They want to know what you've done. They want to know what you've learned. They want to know what skills and qualities that you have. In my next video, I'm going to be talking about how I structured my personal statement, and it meant that I got 3 interviews for graduate medicine and eventually a place at Warwick Medical School. Drop a comment below if there's anything that you would like me to go through in particular in my personal statement video that will be coming up next. Like, comment and subscribe, and do not forget to turn your notifications on so you know when my personal statement video is dropping. And just to reiterate, the personal statement is important because it's the first things that the medical schools see and know about you. So it's important that you get it right and you do the best personal statement that you can. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you guys do not make the same mistakes when you're applying for medicine. Make sure that you're researching, see what the unis are looking for, make sure that your UCAT and BMAT and entrance exam scores are good enough for the unis. Also make sure that you're reflecting on your personal experiences, for your personal statement and for interviews as well. So like I said, keep a journal. Make sure that your personal statement reflects the best version of you. It's really important the universities know who you are through your personal statement. Guys, and if you don't get in the first time, there are many things that you can do to build up your application for the next time you apply. These are things such as, working as a healthcare assistant or working in a care home. These are really important skills that you gain that will give you a lot of insight into what it's like to be a doctor. So this is really important. Even if you don't get in the first time, make sure that you are building yourself up. Thank you for watching my video and see you in the next one. Bye.